Hello guys and welcome to this course Principles of Dairy Production and this lecture is the part 2 of the lecture number 3 which is about buffalo and cattle breeds. In part 1 we discussed the dairy cattle breeds in which we discussed the cattle of Pakistan and around the world which are mostly used for dairy purposes. In this lecture, we will discuss about the buffalo breeds. So basically, there are two types of buffaloes. One is water buffalo, and second is the Cape buffalo. The water buffaloes, these are domesticated breeds, and these are native to Asia. And the scientific name of these water buffaloes are bubellus. But the Cape buffaloes are wild buffaloes. They are not domesticated. They live in Africa, and their scientific name is Cinereus kafer. So, if we talk about the water buffalo, these are further of two types. One is riverine, which are used for dairy purposes, and second is swamp, which used for draft purposes or meat purposes. There is a difference between genetically difference between these two types of water buffalo. The riverine buffalo, which we call that as the dairy buffalo, have the 50 diploid chromosome. So these breeds have more chromosome than the swamp buffalo, which have 48 diploid chromosomes. The example of riverine buffaloes are Murrah, which is native to India, Neeli Ravi, which is native to Pakistan, Jafrabadi and Mediterranean, and swamp buffalo example is Carabosse. So there is a other difference along with the genetic difference of water buffalo breeds. Those which are riverine buffaloes, they velours. Velours is the term used for buffaloes when they bathe themselves in the ponds in running fresh water. They usually bath in fresh running water in contrast to riverine buffalo, swamp buffalo usually wallows in the stagnant or mud holes. Riverine buffaloes are larger in their skeleton and body structure, but the swamp buffalo are in smaller size. Riverine buffalo are used for dairy purposes, and as I said, the swamp buffaloes are used for draft purposes. So the home track of riverine buffalo is usually Indo-Pak and the Asian countries, and swamp buffaloes are in other countries of Asia like Indonesia and Philippines and Far East. So, if we talk about the characteristics of buffaloes, so they are genetic. They have great genetic potential. So, let's talk about their nutrition. They are mostly grazer. They used to graze and get their feed. They easily utilize low-grade roughages, and they have a slower ruminal movement to degrade the roughages roughages type feed. They have smaller outflow from the rumen. They have high bacterial population in their rumen for fermentation. They have their rumen provide a greater exposure of feed particles in the rumen, and there will be a complete fermentation due to higher microbial population. A main characteristic of these buffaloes is they have great tolerance towards the heat. These buffaloes are sensitive to heat and cold, but they have one sixth body, 1/6 of the sweat gland than the cattle. They have less sweat gland as compared to the cattle. They have less hair coat and low core temperature. They usually wallow in fresh running water, and they are docile and humble, and sometimes if you go toward them they feel nervous and they respond to your coming. So refined buffalo in Pakistan, there are three major dairy breeds of buffaloes in Pakistan. One of the on the top is Neeli Ravi, which is also called the black gold of Pakistan. And second is the Kondi and Azakheli, they are less important. So if we talk about the Neeli Ravi, their home track is Punjab, either the Indian Punjab or the Pakistan Punjab, or their color is black with white spot on the face. This is called five marks on the body, including the legs or udder, and on the forehead, on the face, on the muzzle. This is also called Panj Kalyan. Panj means five white spots. According their horns is small and curly horns. Their weight approximately in female around about 600 and in male around about 650. Regarding their production, these there is 18 to 1800 to 2500 liters in a lactation with 6.5 to 7% fat, the highest fat containing milk these buffaloes have. Riverine, particularly among the riverine buffalo, Neeli Ravi have the highest fat percentage in their milk. Next is Kundi, which is less important. Its color is jet black and its home track is Sindh. Its horns are broader at the base and the taper upward and inward. So it's irrespective of the Neeli Ravi that has small curly horns. It has broad at base and tapered upward and inward. Its weight is round about 150 or 250 less than that of Neeli Ravi. It's about 450 in female and 600 in male. Production is little bit less than Neeli Ravi buffalo. Its production starts around about 1700 to 2200 liters per lactation, and its fat is also less as compared to the Neeli Ravi. Its fat is about 6%. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is the second part of like second and the last part of the lecture third, which we were talking about in the principles of dairy production. Lecture number third is in this lecture overall we discuss different breeds of cattle in Pakistan and around the world, which are dairy, which are important in respect to the dairy perspective, and we discussed some important breeds. So if we are going to talk about dairy production, so first of all we have to know about the breeds that we can rear for dairy purposes. So thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for upcoming next lectures of this course. Thank you very much.